Solving proportions with number chips. This is the holiday version. All of the instructions are on slide 2. Students are going to start on slide 3. So they're going to solve these proportions, equivalent ratios or equivalent fractions, and they're going to move these number chips into the correct place to create equivalency. The letters will be used on the very last slide to solve a riddle. So for the first one, we look at the 3 and the 12. They're going to multiply times 4. So they need to look at what number they multiply times 4 to get 16. And that would be 4. So they click and hold on the edge of the circle, and then they can move it into place. The next one, dividing by 5, that would make this a 7. And they have all the numbers they need on every slide. So if they get stuck at any point, they might want to look and see if they've made an error somewhere, because they are going to use every single one of these numbers. So again, they just click and hold on the edge of the circle, and then they can move it into place. They're going to do the same thing on the next slide. So the first two slides are just scaling up and scaling down. When they get to slide 5, they're going to have to use means and extremes. So in this case, same thing. They're going to be moving the correct numbers into place. So you may point out to them that the numbers across from each other, if they're multiplied, they will have the same product. So if 8 times 5 is 40, then 20 times what number is 40? And that would be 2. Same thing here. 9 times 4 is 36. So 12 times what number would be 36? And so on. They're going to do that again on the next slide. When they get to slide 7, they're going to be looking at proportional tables. So yes or no, is this table proportional? What do we multiply times the x term to get the y term? So in this case, you're multiplying times 5. And in each case, you multiply times 5, so that makes it an equivalent table, a proportional table. And all they need to do is click on it, click on the answer, come up here to the fill color feature, and then they can choose any color they want to shade it in. Now the next table, multiply the x term times 3. Well, it doesn't work in this case, so that means it is not a proportional table. Same thing on the next slide. There are 2 more tables that they have to determine proportionality. And then on the final slide, there is a holiday riddle. And to solve it, they have to find each one of these colored chips somewhere in the slide deck. And when they find it, they're going to move that chip to the side. There will be a letter underneath. And they're going to type that letter underneath the correct chip. And it will solve the riddle. What is it called when a snowman has a temper tantrum? So that is the holiday version of solving proportions with number chips.